Hello YouTube, I'm your Huckleberry, and this is a Kizer Minitherium. Alright, let's get into it. You're looking at a 7.1 inch overall length, a 3-inch blade length, a 0.12 inch blade thickness. We have an S35 VN blade that is in a Wharncliffe shape. It is flat ground with a stone wash finish. And let's see what it weighs. Break out the handy dandy scale here. Zero that out, and let's see what it weighs. We're looking at 3 ounces. Beautiful. That has with it being 3 ounces, that means it has a 1-to-1 blade length to weight ratio, which is something that I really appreciate and is something that I look for and that I enjoy for an everyday carry option, is when it is a 1-to-1 blade length to weight, ounce weight ratio, or even less. That's fine too. But anyway, let's get into it a little bit. So we got, this is of course made in China, is from Kizer, which is a Chinese company. It is a liner lock. The lockup is rock solid, no play in any direction. Some of the positives about this guy, the first positive that I think of is it is slicey. It cuts very well with that kind of tall, flat ground Wharncliffe blade shape. Not too thick behind the edge. It does what a knife is supposed to do, which is cut. It cuts. And you would think that would come standard, right? But you'd be amazed at how many knives do not cut like they should for some reason. And so, but this one does. This one cuts. Another favorite feature of mine when it comes to this guy is that carbon fiber design. Look at that. That's unique, that's different, which really works with this knife because this is kind of a unique and different looking knife overall, isn't it? And that carbon fiber plays right into that with kind of that more linear design. I work at a flooring store and I deal with hardwood sometimes, and this is what that reminds me of, is kind of hardwood look. It's unique. You kind of got the grain. Because a lot of carbon fiber is like this, kind of a standard basket weave. Nothing wrong with it, looks good, but this is unique. I don't think that this pattern would work on this knife. While we got the ProTech out, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of a size comparison there. A 1.5 inch blade, a 3-inch blade. And so you can kind of see that there. But I really like that carbon fiber. I like the clip. I like the blue clip and the blue back spacer. I like that a lot, with just a little pop of color, but it doesn't throw it off any. Sometimes when you get that pop of color, you look at it and you're just kind of like, I don't know about that. I don't know why they did that. Here, it just seems like it flows. It's a good shade of blue, and it flows with kind of the design and just the overall look of this knife. When I think about something that, when you got a little pop of color that doesn't work, I think about the standard Benchmade 940, because, it's got the green aluminum scales and then it has a purple backspacer. And that just seemed to me like a pop of color for a pop of color's sake. It didn't work for me. I don't like that too much. But here, I like the pop of color with the blue. It looks good. It is on bearings, and so it flips out very well. It has a very nice detent, fires reliably every time. That makes this a good fidget knife. You can sit here, you can sit on the couch while you're watching TV and just do that over and over and over again. If you can do the middle finger flick, this would work. I cannot do it, but it would work with this knife, with it being on bearings and everything. I, of course, love the overall size. This is a great size for me for carrying. I have extra large hands, and yet I do have barely, but I do have a full 4-finger grip on this guy. And you know, this is a slim handle profile here, but it fits in very good, especially with this, the way this finger choil comes down, and it locks in. Like, your finger's not going to slip anywhere on that, which is great. I like that design. That's a good design there. S35VN, great steel, great option, not too hard to sharpen, good edge retention. It carries very well, and it's because of that lightweight, 3 ounces, good lightweight, but you're still getting enough blade to probably handle any of your everyday carry needs. Of course, that's different for everybody, but for most people, a 3-inch blade is gonna be enough. Because most people like myself, I mean, we're cutting boxes open, breaking boxes down perhaps, cutting the odd strap, cutting a carpet sample. You know, for me personally, that's something that I have to do, and 3 inches gets the job done just fine. Some of the drawbacks to this design though, there is no jimping up on the top. Which, you know, because of the design, the way this slopes down like this and everything, is not a huge deal. And so, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's just always nice to have a little bit of jimping. There is jimping right here though, on the liner lock, which is nice. You know, it's nice for purchase while closing it. It's also nice for purchase while gripping it. Good ergonomics, by the way. Feels really good in hand. No hot spots that I can feel in my hand. It feels really nice in hand. You know what? And while this is a nice finger choil here, there is no real, I mean, that's not really a blade choil. And so it would be nice if it had, with it being a smaller knife, it would be nice if, like on the steel wheel, it had a finger choil up on the blade so that you can choke up and get a better purchase and do a little bit finer detail work with it with a smaller knife. I always appreciate that. The steel wheel has that. Oh man, that's embarrassing. The CRKT Polar also has that right there. So again, that you can take it and choke up on it and get better control. The Kizer does not have that. Again, that's not a huge deal there. Because of the design and that kind of finger choil there, and because the blade is so tall, you can kind of choke up there and kind of do a little pinch grip, and you can get better control of it like that. And so, like I said, not a huge deal because you can do that, but you know, it's just something that I would have liked to see. I don't, and this is probably a personal thing, but I don't really like that. This hole right here. I know it kind of fits the aesthetic of the knife. It kind of fits Isham's design language, but I don't like that it's so big. I don't think it needed to have so much, because I mean, while you can, it is good for a middle flick. Like I said, I can't do that. It is good for middle flicking, and you can kind of get in there and open it like that. I don't know, it takes away from the aesthetics for me. I don't think that needed to be there in such a large, it didn't need to be so large. But I know Isham likes to do that with a lot of his designs. He likes to make holes everywhere. I mean, you can look at some of his other designs and they're different, unique, and out there. And that is different, unique. It's not a huge drawback. Like I said, it's probably more of a personal thing. But I don't care for that. The steel liners are milled out. You can kind of see maybe down in there, the holes there. I always appreciate that to lighten the knife up a bit. That's always nice. I like that. You're looking at about $198 for this guy, which is, it's not a crazy value. but it's not bad. I don't think you're overpaying at $198. I don't. You're getting a unique carbon fiber. You're getting S35 VN on the blade. You're getting a good bearings action. So I don't think that's out of line. I think that you know, like I said, it's not a great value, but it's not bad. I don't think you're overpaying at $198. You can, of course, probably find it cheaper on the secondary market. But I bought this new from Blade HQ for the. Actually, I bought it when it was on sale. They were having a sale, and I believe I got it for $175. So a little bit of a discount. I think it's a really good price at $175, but it's not bad at $198. I think if at maybe $150, that would be perfect. That would be value. That would be the value price. $150, I think, would be the value price on this. But you're not overpaying at $198. So overall, really like it. Really like this knife. Let me just give you another close-up here. I do kind of wish that these were blued as well. That would have been nice to match the pocket clip and backspacer, but you know, it's not bad this way either. But I really like this knife. It's an excellent weight, feels great in hand. I love the sliciness of the blade. It is a slicey blade. It came nice and sharp from Blade HQ, so from the factory, it came nice and sharp. Which is always appreciated. Some companies cannot get that right, but they did. And I love this knife overall. This is a good knife. I've carried it a lot since I've gotten it. I've had it for a few months now. I've had it, and I've carried it a lot, and I enjoy it, and I like it, and it cuts all day long. It's so nice to have a knife that cuts. And you know what I mean if you've ever had a knife that doesn't cut. It's nice to have a knife that cuts. Overall, great option. If you like the design, if you like the uniqueness of it, buy it. You won't be disappointed, I don't think. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, XL hands, fits well. And so I think this is good for just about any size hands. It's going to fit well. It's going to carry well. Great overall everyday carry option. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for this review. If you enjoyed it, give me a good old thumbs up. If you hated it, go ahead, give me a thumbs down. That's okay. If you do give me a thumbs down, though, I would ask that you put down in the comments section why you did not like it, especially if it's constructive criticism. If I missed something, if you want to see something else from me, if it just left you underwhelmed, let me know why. I want to improve. I want to get better. I want to better serve you, the YouTube community. And so, yeah, leave me comments there. I read each and every one of those and get back to you personally on that. Like or dislike. And whatever you do, whether you loved it or hated it, subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe for me, because if you hated this one, I promise you I will improve, and I will take your criticism to heart and try to do better. And I have a lot more knives coming up, varying price ranges and everything from the very lowest end to, I don't have any of the very highest end yet, and may never have any of the very highest end, because knives can get expensive, right? But I have a good range, price range of knives, good size range, good everything that I will be reviewing for you and I want to bring to you. So guys, that'll do it for this one. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.